These attacks on Australia Day, on the very idea of Australia, seem to be increasingly be pushed by the new barbarians, people who celebrate destruction, tearing down stuff, not creating. And I think it's time that people who do believe in Australia and do believe in Western civilization, that's what it's about. This is an attack on Western civilization, really. It's time that the believers in that civilization stood up and said so. Like Edward Schuller, he's head of the Alternative Teachers Union in Queensland, the not left-wing Teachers Professional Association of Queensland. He joins me now. Edward Schuller, thank you so much for your time. What have you and your members been doing ahead of Australia Day tomorrow?
Thanks for having me on, Andrew. Look, we're celebrating. We're proud to be Australians. We're proud to represent Australians, and we're patriots. So we decided to go out the front of my local Woolies and hand out some free Australia Day paraphernalia, and look, got a very good reception. But I note that you were speaking with Mr. Dutton about how Woolworths have handled this. Historically, they've been a very fine institution, but they've been let down by their leadership on this occasion. And I think Brad, as he's known, should firstly enjoy Australia Day tomorrow, have a great long weekend, and hand in his resignation on Monday. He doesn't represent Woolworths workers.
I'll have more to say about him because I think he is panicking later in the show. So you're outside of Woolies. They have banned Australia Day merch. You're handing out your flags. What sort of reaction did you get there from shoppers and passers-by?
Yeah, look, on the day it was 100% positive, overwhelmingly. We were there for about an hour. I bought a fair amount of Aussie Day gear and it was gone within the hour. And then obviously we produced a video on it, shared it across some of our social media platforms. And I think last time I checked, it had reached over 100,000 people. And that's obviously growing. And you'd be interested to know, Andrew, I fielded a couple calls this afternoon by some former QTU and AEU members, now former, because they've decided to join us on the back of this, on the back of basically us just saying Happy Australia Day.
Well, that's a very well-deserved reward because as far as you know, what is the Australian Education Union and the Queensland Local Trade Union for Teachers? What are they doing about Australia Day?
Well, I think largely they've been quite silent on it. I think particularly in Queensland, they know that Australia Day is overwhelmingly popular. I don't think they've taken a particular stance on the matter, but we know they have a tendency to get involved in political issues and force that onto all of their members. And then that's passed down through the teachers to students, which we can touch on later. But essentially, they're political animals, and I'm surprised that they've stayed as silent as they have on this, but I dare say a lot of them will be at Invasion Day rallies tomorrow.
Look, I really wish you the best in this, Edward Schuller. I mean, people might say, oh, that's just a stunt. I think it's important. I think it's really important and a wonderful contrast to some of the actions we've been seeing from some of the activists in the Australian Education Union. Edward Schuller, all strength to your arm. Thank you so much for your time.